Yo, rather late than ever, I'm gonna show you my MSOD GF tank build. So with further ado, let's go straight to the gear. I'm still using this helmet just to get my stamina and awareness up. This Kira is just for the stats. You can also easily run on the GF, the AP chest, or the new one from MSOD. I still don't have it for the GF, so I'm sticking with this one. The Crystal Guard Gauntlet's basically just for the ratings. The 5% defense doesn't matter so much to me at this point. For the weapons, still the Void Touch. You can use Mastercraft, or if you want to go for item level, go with the new MSOD weapons. For the boots, Dragon Steel boots. Why? They give me 10k deflect. That helps me cap for my combat balance. Still 3 stamina artifacts. My Tarokka deck, just to proc my Vistani set, so my DPS do more damage. Same goes for the Grace Ring, just for the debuff. I'm using the Claw of the Covetous Flame. It actually is kinda helpful. It increases your threat by a fucking lot, and that's pretty helpful. Vistani set, self-explaining, already mentioned. I'm using the Bloodwoven brands, basically more or less just for the defense. The 2% awareness are nice, but on a GF you don't struggle with awareness usually. Let's go straight to this. I'm using Constitution for hit points and AP. I swapped from Strange to actually Charisma for the little bit forte and recharge speed, but you could also basically go Strange and Constitution. This helps a little bit with stamina regen and also threat. My enchantments, they depend a little on the build itself. As you see, I'm using 2 defense enchantments, 1 awareness and 1 deflect for the overloads, unholy protection, self-explaining, crit avoidance and deflect, 1 bulwark just for the hit points, celestial flash freeze. The debuff is just insane. My movement speed enchantments, so I'm fast. Let's go straight to the mounts. We start with Insignia, 3 times Guardian Spirit to get the full bonus of defense and hit points, 1 Gladiator's Guile just for stamina regen, and 1 Lionheart's Perseverance stamina regen. And this little bit here, it helps a lot. Usually on a tank you're stuck with Pack Tactics 2 times, and easily you cap your awareness. The combat power could be basically anything. Mostly the tanks are on the Undead Lion or the E-Lion, but it could be a Swarm in the worst case, a Rex or something else that gives a debuff. Let's go straight to the companions. The last time I ran my GF I used the Righteous Rote. It could be also anything, it could be a Driss, it could be a Tudor or any other buff or debuff companion. For the equipment, I'm still rocking my Mountain of Flame equipment. I didn't feel like replacing it at that moment. Usually you have armor break on. Let's go straight to the companions itself after a short breather. It's fucking hot in Europe. This is Frost Mimic was it. Just for defense and awareness. Raptor self-explaining, so the DPS gets their powerful. The Lich, reduced incoming damage. Slime for defense and Rasmodar for defense. It helps a fucking lot, and you can easily cap your defense. For the Boons, it's nearly the same as all of my other tanks, except that I haven't swapped everything to the potion Boons. The GF takes less damage than any other tank in the game. It is like it is. I haven't felt the need to swap on the GF for it. For the good Stronghold Boons, the offense boon doesn't really matter at this point. You can put it on power, crit save or crit strike. You won't feel a difference. For defense, for this build, I put it on awareness so I can keep my rating for the combat balance. The utility, usually I have movement speed in, and in the worst case, if I really die once, I swap to revive signets in between. The powers. Here I'm also using power sets. The thing is, on top, you won't struggle so much with aggro as soon as you got your ring, and also keep up your Tide of Iron. And use the prolonged in 4th threat. It helps. Shield Throw, self-explaining, just for aggro. Iron Warrior. The 20% help a fucking lot on the Tank Buster. Instead of for example, the shield throw, you could also use Knight's Whaler. You get way more stamina out of your steel recovery with it. Enduring Warrior. In the case a tank buster really hurts me, as soon as I go below 25% of my hit points, I take 5% less damage. Easy survivability. For the dailies, I never used my determination, to be fair in there. I could also just throw Second Wind or Earthshaker for a little bit more instant threat at the start. The most important daily for you on a GF is your Phalanx for the hypos. For the feats, as you see, I put it to staying power, so the enforced threat is 10% longer in its duration. Rising Tide for the at-will, combat balance to take less damage if I'm not blocking, perfect block in case I ever need my determination. Shake it off so my retaliate does more damage. The more damage you get out of your retaliate, the more aggro you pull with it. And let's go to the second power set. That's basically for the bottom phases with the sword gears. Great endurance. And first of all, I use it just to be a little bit faster. Steel recovery stays in. Phalanx, you don't need it down there. Earthshaker helps a lot for the initial threat. And for threat, Linebreaker, I use it basically to be a little bit faster at my sword gear. And KV. The most important part at this is that you also have one of your DPS in it and not a heal, else it's pretty useless. My Edward stays the same, Tide of Iron and Brazen Slash for more stamina. For buff food, I'm going with Tom's Devotion for a little bit more defense and awareness. Crafted Deflect Potions, just a regular one, level 20 Alchemist, nothing special. Honey Bread for my defense, and Fizzy Brew. The Fizzy Brew is not necessarily for the awareness itself, it's more for the 10% movement speed, because I want to be fast at the bottom, so I can take a room further away from the group without struggling too much. And for belt items, as you see, it's just my Hellstone, Reach of Potions, and my Aegis. I'm not really using it most of the time, to be fair. The GF is so sturdy, it's not necessarily needed. So, thanks a lot everybody for watching. I hope this build will help you a little bit getting through the trial. See you next time.